In this video, we are going to talk about Jay, a chemical engineer living outside of United States, immigrated to United States using Symmetrics Platform, minimizing his opportunity cost in time and money. This candidate use case is part of the series of 6 use cases we have covered. Please do take a look at the other use cases that we have covered in the videos. So before we get into what is this, what are the details about Jay? How did he plan um, or analyze the data on Symmetrics to minimize his opportunity cost? Let's quickly take a look at the Symmetrics platform. What it is. So it's a unique HR tech and analytics platform unifying job seekers, recruiters, and employers. Helps bring harmony between the three roles involved in the labor industry: candidates, recruiters, and staffers, and employers. Candidates from a perspective of making job seeking much more you know comfortable, smooth, and also not feeling um, remorse after they have taken the job. Recruiters and staffers from a perspective of building loyalty, both with the candidates and the employers, and employers in terms of how to retain talent, and which is based off how can I pay fairly, and at the same time compete. How do I know what is the right amount to pay? Benchmarking and so on and so forth. We are a trustworthy benchmarking platform with analytics for all the three roles that we have just mentioned. We help accelerate talent access and mobility, and we integrate with course providers, assessment platforms, and we also help make career choices through our consultant network. Feel free to go to the website for registering an account and explore. For any other inquiries, please write an email to hello@symmetrics.fi. Okay, with that said, before we jump into the platform and start analyzing Jay's case, um, let's take a quick look at how the reports or analytics are organized on Symmetrics. So there are various categories, and under each category, there are subcategories of analytics that you can cover. Um, in this case, Jay, who is living outside of United States, is a chemical engineer, and he wanted to first scan the landscape and understand what will be his opportunity cost if he moves to US. That means he wants to know which employers to apply for based on whether the employer actually hires chemical engineers or not. He wants to know which states, which cities, and he also wants to know how much salaries that will get paid to evaluate his opportunity cost in terms of money, because there is a lot of expense moving to a whole another country, immigrating to another country. So how does Symmetrics help Jay in all of in his in this journey of immigration? So we'll take a look at a category called job family, and then subsequently go into other reports. And Let's jump in to the platform. So the website, Symmetrics, as you can see, you can go ahead and click login if you have an account, or sign up if you have not yet done so. So as soon as you log in into the Symmetrics platform, you have dashboards, and the one that we would be looking for in this case is job family KPIs. Now Jay is a chemical engineer, so he's going to search for chemical engineers. This is a job family, and so as soon as he applies for chemical engineers, he sees that in the year 2022 there were almost like 204 jobs already in the chemical engineers category, that is already been sponsored by employers. You can see that the average pay ranges anywhere between 107 to 111K. The same thing represented as bars. And then he sees that what are all the job titles in the job family of chemical engineers. They could be process engineer, senior process engineer, battery engineer, postdoctoral associate, and so on and so forth. Now what we are showing you is the top 10. But all of the jobs are shown here. About 144 different types of job titles exist under chemical engineers job family, right? So he sees that, okay, this is a very good opportunity. Just in 2022 there are about 144. So he's going to quickly go and evaluate, okay, how was the situation in 2021? So he goes and refreshes the job, and he sees that there were about 600 jobs in 2021 under the job family chemical engineers with various job titles. So he's now convinced that there is enough market for chemical engineers to get hired, and also the average salary gives him more confidence to start thinking about it. So now that he's convinced about it, he takes all of these job titles, right? Process engineer, senior process engineer, chemical engineer, and so on. And he makes a list of this. And for each of those job titles, he's going to evaluate further. So let's take, now going back to our job title KPIs, right? So he's going to input chemical engineer. In fact, let's go ahead and do another thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at job title KPIs. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, let's wait for a moment. The server is a bit slow here. Okay, so he's going to remove the software engineer and search for chemical engineer. Okay, in the year 2022, right? And so he's going to select chemical engineer, and he's going to apply the filters. And he sees that in California, the average salary can be anywhere close to 116K. And then, there are a couple of chemical engineer jobs in Kentucky and then Connecticut and so on. So he analyzes this, and he also looks at how the wage trend has been consistently increasing for chemical engineers, right? He sees they can get paid anywhere up until 220K, right? And so he starts looking at which are the employers here and how much they have paid in the year 2022. So he quickly takes a look at ephemeral solutions, advanced energy materials, and so on. And he takes a look at which states their chemical engineers are being hired, and he also looks at some of the top cities where it gets hired. Now, chemical engineer is one job title. As we have seen, there are about 600 job titles just in 2021, and about 840-ish records we have seen a while ago on the job family dashboard. So let's search for chemical engineer again, and you can see there is senior chemical engineer. Let's go ahead and select that as well and apply filters. Now, as you can see, the records keep increasing because based on your seniority, you could be a senior chemical engineer, right? And there's process engineer and so on. In this way, you can keep on adding all of the job titles and then scanning the landscape to evaluate, how would you prioritize and rank which employers to apply and immigrate to, which state do you want to, which city do you want to move to, and so on. And so Jay is moved to the United States by using Symmetrics platform, which kind of greatly helped him prioritize which employers to apply for and ultimately convert a job and land in the US. So that's the success story of Jay. Thank you.